Hello Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to part 2 of my How to Win series with KROQ GAR, where we previously on the first episode we showed on how to consolidate with the most easy way the first province, how to build up the first army. You definitely need the skin chip for the replenishment, no matter what campaign you play, no matter what stage you're on, early, mid or late game, always aim for as much replenishment as you can. 50% is good, by the way. I think that's the cap. Anyway, we are also building walls over here, not walls, extra garrison, in order to counter the, I think it's gonna be the last rebellion that we're gonna face. We faced off already one. We had a red building inside, so it was a lot tougher, but we dealt with it with the army. And now the second one, we're just gonna deal with it with a garrison. And I'm gonna show you exactly, because some people tend to do a tiny bit of a mistake at recognizing the strength of the troops and the difference of having half the army as a monstrous unit who can climb up the walls and have infantry. Anyway, we're gonna get to that later. When that rebellion happens, we're gonna let it get a full stack and attack us. Also, we're upgrading slowly the rest of the province. Over here we have come, we colonized it, and that's why we needed mostly the replenishment, so we can get out of that fast enough. And every step you have if you have followed it, it's gonna get you to the same point, but from here on it might be a different experience. What I mean about that, for example, the silver host might actually have captured etc. Libaras might probably still be alive. Yeah, a lot of different stuff. So it's not gonna be exactly the same. It always isn't. What I'm about to show you here is how to deal with each faction on a siege. Like we're gonna act here like we had a full stack of an army inside and also a strong garrison, which we clearly not have at the moment. Let me just see if I forgot anything first. I don't think I have. There's nothing else. Alright, cool. So we make the attack. So we have a full infantry force. Like we only have like two monstrous units that can't climb up on the wall. I'm not gonna use that in case you don't have it. Obviously over here it's a super easy battle, but I'm gonna play it manually and act like a full stack was in there, so I can show you how to deal with that kind of crap. If you see my KROQ campaign, to be honest, you will see exactly the same. Yeah, it's better. This series are like 3-part episodes, so it's a lot easier to catch on. EKIT is like 17 episodes, like a whole campaign. You might yeah, lose yourself into searching. So in this particular case we're quite lucky actually. Rasetra is a city that actually has a safety measure over here, which means you can just put your guys over here, avoid early fire from the towers, and slowly just start funneling troops in. So what you need to do in these kind of situations is not win every part of the wall. Okay, you need to just nuke one position and just overwhelmingly defeat it. Pretty much like the Thebians did against the Spartans. They overloaded in an echelon formation the left flank. They destroyed like the strongest portion of their army, which was the Spartan royalty, and from there on everything crumbled. So what I mean about that, you're just gonna climb up on these walls only. You're not gonna go in the rest. Like no matter how much infantry you have, like always aim for the least ladders and towers to go up on. The reason we do that is that we're gonna overload, for example, this area. By just sheer amount of troops and buffs being dropped, we're just gonna kill everything that's up here, and usually it's archers, so you don't have to worry about getting shot from down here. Obviously if there's a couple of archers down here, it's alright, like you can suffer the damage from a couple of archers. If it's like 4 mortars or something like that, say for example you're playing against a Pyros or a Vampire Coast, it's gonna be trickier. On that situation I suggest you just take one unit and you just strafe and just waste their ammunition, alright? But yeah, this is our fighting against Tomb Kings is what I want to show here, and that's the Lizardmen because they don't have artillery except Bastiladons. You win the fight up here overwhelmingly with just sheer numbers, buffs and also heroes up on the walls. Always remember to put your heroes on foot if you don't think you have a strong force. And then when we defeat the original, how many? 6 units up here, you're gonna have like your whole army all blown up here, and this is important why you need to just waste out the ammunition of enemy mortars, because they're just gonna shooting up in a blob, and you don't want that. And by just stacking like 10 of your units up here, what the AI is gonna do is just start sending one by one unit at a time to retake the walls. Do you know what happens when 6 units are here and another 6 are here and they're fighting only 1 unit who's gonna try to climb up on the walls? It doesn't matter if it's Blackguard of Nagaroth, or if it's Harganeth, or is it Swordmasters of Oath. Even if you have Clan Rats, they're gonna get destroyed, alright? It's 6 versus 1, also heroes are up here. And that is how you win with difficult sieges. If we choose, for example, over here, say that we had a great army inside, and if we choose to go all alongside the walls, we would just get wrecked. They would destroy us here separately. Our forces might have won here, but they would be too beaten up, and so on, so on. So that is what you want to do. Overload one flank only, and don't try to go down below the walls, alright? The monstrous units should be dealt at a second time, and it's actually like the sieges are like in favor of the opponent, of the attacker, plain and simple. Like the monstrous units can't go up on the walls to defend. It's like every siege, every garrison in the game has like at least 1/3 of their units as monsters, which means they can't go up on the walls. So what you do, you defeat 2/3 of the army, and then just by balance of power penalty losses, the rest are just gonna crumble. Or if you have ranged, like we do over here, which is not a lot, you just place them up here and shoot in the back while you still wait up on the walls, alright? And yeah, this is pretty much it, how you need to do in these, how you need to act on these situations. Now be careful about the Tomb Kings, because they have a right, if I'm correct, that they can pop some really nasty damaging spells over here. So be careful about blobbing up. Before you go into a siege, check on the left-right corner on their army if they have the buffs. I actually checked it this time, they didn't have any buffs. But yeah, I should have said it, like you see here, if there's a damaging spell, just be mindful of it, otherwise you're just gonna get destroyed. Okay, so yeah, this is actually a super safe city. We're only gonna take a little bit of damage just until we get up there, and as you can see, what always the AI is gonna do is just put the archers forward, which means you just have to rush the walls, and we're only gonna rush these 3 parts, nothing else, and we're just gonna keep sending these guys in waves. Alright, I can fast forward. Let's take KROQ GAR and the King Chief closer. Don't worry about early damage, that is supposed to happen if you have a flyer and you can interrupt the enemy by just dropping and just stopping them for a couple of seconds. That's even better. Okay, something hit us over here. Is it me or were these guys like that? Okay. I'm pretty sure they might have hit us with a spell, because it's like 2 equal of damage over here. 2 equal of damage. Alright, now we send in the rest. And we wait with the monstrous units behind, because we're not gonna need them at the moment. Alright, climb up champs. And now we send our heroes together in. The mage, I'm just gonna keep him below, because as King Priest is not that great of a fighter. I'm just gonna buff up this unit so it can hack down the skeleton archers a lot faster. And now we keep sending troops up. As I said, we just overload one part of the battle. It's as I said, like walls actually work in your favor, like plain and simple. There's no question about it. Because if you are in an open field, you can't ask your opponent, okay, can you engage me only on the left side and don't engage me on the right or in the middle? Can you do that? You can't. But on siege battles, you can do it. You choose how many you want to fight. And yes, they actually had that damaging spell, so it's alright. It's alright. It won't be affecting us that much, because at this point there's just not enough garrison. But say that if it was like 20 units up here, they would all get destroyed up here. Okay. As I said, overloading one flank. and if you smell, which I didn't, I think I saw like that there was no buff that they had. Obviously I didn't check correctly. So if you see it, just wait a little bit longer. Don't blow up like this. I'm blowing up. I'm like standing everybody in because I don't care that much, because it's just a minor garrison. In case you see that they have that spell, that freaking plague spell, I don't remember how it's called, to be honest. It comes with a right, if I remember correctly, not the one that comes with the garrison walls, the one that targets the ground on a straight line, the circular one. Alright, and you just keep doing that. And we just keep popping buffs. Alright, so you won the initial engagement. As I said, if there was like 20 units in here, it doesn't matter if it was Tomb Guard, they would come up one by one. Most likely two, like at the worst case scenario, two at a time. Well, look what we have up here. Like, no matter what they tried, they would get destroyed, like, plain and simple. No, I didn't see this guy coming down. Alright, you can fight him, I guess. Yeah, they went straight for the skinks. It's alright, let's pull these guys up there. Deal with them quickly, excellent. Alright. And I'm gonna showcase what it is that I'm actually doing. What I mean, don't go down on the below the walls. For example, you get the skinks up here. Skinks or any other ranged unit you have. That's why I hate freaking Jezzails and Rattling Guns, because they can't get up on the walls. Everybody seems to be loving these guys, but I definitely am not. Like, I hate them. Okay? I hate them. I would prefer to have Globadiers over Jezzails anytime. For campaign purposes mostly, okay? Alright. Come up here, skinks. You just put them on fire at will. Obviously they only have one unit remaining now, so they will just fall back to the rally point, but if they had a Necrosphinx, a Hierophant or anything else, it would be standing right here, and they would wait for you to come down on the walls. So you just stand up here and you just shoot the crap out of them, and trust me, even skinks with javelins will melt them. Alright, I guess there's not much to be done now, so let's just go down. It's not that big of a problem. We'll just send everybody in. Even the skinks can come down. And let's get in the big dinos since we captured the gate, and also the spearmen. If you wanna see more of this, just what I mean, you can check my KROQ campaign, the final episode. Like I think it's 17th episode. I have some KROQ catapults in there, I gotta be honest. I take care of some infantry with the KROQ catapults, but if you see at the garrison, it's like 12 units of Temple Guard or something like that. I don't want you to see how I'm destroying with KROQ catapults. I want you to see how I'm performing on just overloading one flank with a proper garrison inside. So if you can, go over to that and just check it out, check out the siege when I just go up on the walls and how I proceed from over there, from there on. Alright, let's send a couple of guys over here and just fast forward. Even better, now that I think of it, you can check either part 1 of my KROQ campaign or the 17th, the final one, to see how I take the awakening on the first episode. Or you can also check the genuine how to win, but I think it's on the second or third episode when I take the what's it called, the awakening. Alright, and now we can recruit a blessed stegadon from that mission that we had. For you it might not be a stegadon, it might be blessed Soros, it might be anything. It's fine, like everything you can get, it's still gonna be good. Just gonna occupy it now because there's gonna happen a rebellion no matter what we try. That's why I sacked it. Make sure there's no red building in here, alright? Because a red building for the rats means, for example down here, it's when a rebellion happens on this place, it's always rats. A rebellion here means, with a red building, rat ogres and some plague claw catapults, perhaps some gather runners, something like that. A rebellion on Tomb King's territory with a red building means hero titans, necrosphinxes, and a lot of hard shit, like Ushabti with great bows. So yeah, please don't build any red building in this thing. Or you can, but make sure you destroy it before before the rebellion actually happens. You need to destroy it one turn before it triggers. Okay, we're gonna get rid of one unit over here. Not these ones, they have chevrons. Let's do something like that and get rid of this guy. We made enough money to recruit that thing. 0 of recruitment costs, but it costs like 375 in upkeep, which is fine. You can afford that. We're gonna also go with money here because we can't get anything else. I'm not gonna repair that. Actually I should be standing out, although yeah, let's stand out. We want the rebellion to happen really fast in here. And while we wait, there's nothing good, like we'll just go with this one. Alright, I'm pretty sure in this instance I'm gonna probably show you how to deal with a rebellion. Okay, do we want to kick off any right now? Like, if it didn't cost money I would, but it costs a lot of money, so I'm not gonna even bother. Alright, should I? Let me see here. I think it would be more prudent to go for growth here. Like, we went for this, we built this one on the first episode, just enough to get the replenishment so we can come after etc. But now I think that, yeah, like, go for the growth, go for the growth. You wanna build this one up really fast. Because this is how it goes in the beginning with such tough campaigns, because it's a tough campaign. You can't get enough money to have 2 armies, which is like the biggest bump. Alright, it's a really big problem. So actually they're helping us out now for the rebellion to happen faster. Good. So yeah, as you saw, we didn't move off from this city as soon as alright, what is that? Trade agreement. I guess you can do it. It's like, leave Teotihuacan to be confederated later, because it's a really tough opponent going against the Lizardmen with the army that you currently have, and I'm pretty sure these guys usually build garrisons. Usually. In one instance they might not have built it, but you can't rely on chances. I'm trying to show you here something standard that everybody can follow through. So leave Teotihuacan. As I said, if you get powerful enough they will probably just confederate with you later, because they will have like nowhere to expand or do anything. You can buy them off or just kill them later if they won't do anything. Alright. And as I was saying, we didn't move off from this province until we get a garrison. By garrison I mean a level 3 building. That's when we started to move, and also crushed the last rebellion. The same we're gonna do here. When you have only one army, you have to wait, alright? You have to make sure you consolidate your rule before moving out. How much does that need? Only 1. So I guess we'll repair it, because we will be able to upgrade it next turn. Let me see, is there a garrison inside? Because if they attack without a garrison inside, they will automatically capture the city. A rebellion is not gonna happen. Can we raid? We can't raid as the Lizardmen. So only thing you can do is just stand outside, which is pretty damn alright. It's not a big deal. Alright, over here. We wanna go with another public order building. Make sure you get it. Ignore level 2 for these ones. we're gonna make enough money from that rebellion that's gonna happen here to upgrade the next. I'm going for the public order because as soon as this rebellion is crushed, from there on the public order should completely fix in this province. You only need like 2 of these buildings and it's gonna be good. Alright, let's... should we go into an ambush? Make them come faster, closer to us? Let me see the chance. It's 65. Is there anywhere better or is it the same in the whole province? You can use any tool. Alright, and the ambush tool is really great. So we're gonna stay over here. I think we have increased chance for an ambush with KROQ GAR. I think he has a little bit higher, but I think it's for jungles only, if I remember correctly. I don't think it's for deserts. Oh, it actually is for everything. I'm gonna ignore that because it's just a stack of zombie skeletons and spearmen. So we're just gonna auto-resolve it. Extra money. Since we're gonna be staying here until we get proper walls up and the public order under control, that means we're not gonna need the replenishment, so we can go ahead and just extort them for money. And by the way, let me just clear this out. All my other campaigns were hard, but even without walls we still kept going and capturing other stuff and not waited. What I mean here with KROQ GAR that I have to wait is because it's a linear campaign, and by linear I mean there's only one direction to expand towards to. For example, with Locker, we expanded. We just kept going like this in a circle. So we captured that, we went here, we went here, we went here. So it was really easy to get back into the first province to defend. With KROQ GAR, since it's a linear and we're really far from one province, and if we capture, for example, the next one, it's like even further. It's not like we're creating like a circular kingdom here. By circular I mean on the map. So that's why you have to wait for this one, because it's just how the map is for KROQ GAR. For others, you can see pretty much like that I keep moving off, keep moving on, even though that I haven't consolidated garrisons and stuff like that, because over there I know that I'm gonna be able to get back immediately. Alright, we're gonna go for the rolling skies, so every time we cast with a good wind blast or harmonic convergence, we're gonna get that debuff. How many seconds does it last? 25 map wide. That's actually pretty damn great. Those tiny details make a really big difference. Now I'm not gonna waste anything over here except Grimlock. Like, you don't have to get on a cold one, you don't have to get on a horn one. KROQ GAR is fine on foot, only Grimlock is worth it. This is actually quite good, as I can see, especially the physical resistance, but as I said, we need a second army, so we need to get this one in order to be making even more. Alright, we're gonna go for this one, and let's see if there's anything else we can upgrade. And I'm gonna choose this one over because the main chain buildings actually provide public order, as you can see over here. So the higher we get them, even better for the public order. As you can see, it's just -6 over here. We're gonna get another +4 from here and another +1 from here, so it's gonna be only -1. And a surplus is coming in the next turn, and possibly 2 or 3 turns to get another to level 3, which means another +1 public order, which means you fixed the problem completely. Alright, the rebellion is gonna happen now. We don't have a red building inside, which means a city one. I'm actually thinking to let it to become a full stack, because if we're gonna wait, like that makes sense, right? We're gonna wait over here, and by letting the full stack, the stack to get at full, you achieve 2 things. First, the malcontents when living over here, they fix the public order by 20. So if we allow them to build up all of their army at full, the public order, the negative, is gonna drop like to something like -40, -20, depends on how many malcontents are gonna be living. and for how many turns. So yeah, that's one thing we achieve, taking into account that we're gonna be staying here. Alright, that's what I'm saying, that we will be here. And also we achieve more experience for KROQ GAR, and also for the mages, the King Priest inside, the King Chief, and money. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. And I say, it's only because it's actually a linear campaign in the beginning. As soon as you just destroy the other guys over here, it should be pretty much straightforward like the rest. Alright, Brave Beards have come. Where are they? Can I see them? Okay, they spawn somewhere up here. You gotta be careful about Beastmen. Always be careful. We're gonna get another point over here, which we're gonna keep. We need to get that to level 3 immediately. And then we're gonna worry about the rest. And over here, don't, like, even with that garrison inside, I actually don't like the Lisbon garrisons that much, because they are low on numbers. They're really powerful, like really strong units, like KROQ GAR, Cold One Spear Riders. It's a really great army, but it's you can get overwhelmed quite easily. As you can see, the Skaven over here have a full stack, and we don't even have well, we have 15 units, but still it's small army. So I suggest you let them attack you. It's not that they're costing you way too much money or anything. It's alright. Okay, what are they building? Holy shit, they actually are getting a Hero Titan over here, even without the red building. Now why is that? Might I ask? Why is that? It usually doesn't happen. It might have something to do with a corruption or a dead spot where you can recruit armies. Perhaps it has something to do with that, because it usually doesn't happen like this. If you see the rebellion to be fielding such units, don't allow it to live, okay? Forget what we said and just destroy it straight away. Alright, I might actually have to play this manually, because if I, you know what, I'm gonna auto-resolve, because I'm gonna be staying here. So yeah, if you see Hero Titans inside the army, I'm pretty sure if you had a red building it would be even worse. And now we can get the Geomanting sustenance, which is great. We're gonna actually, how many movement points we got left? 56. Can we reach the city? We can't. We're gonna let another rebellion happen. Just stand as close as you can, and I don't know, just stay in this this stance. Alright, so we now, oh, I should have built this one up. It's alright, we can get it next turn. Faction encountered, clan Moors. You don't have to worry about anybody else. Like, all of these guys are in war with each other. Mount Arachnos over here is in war with Quick. Karak is probably in war with Mount Arachnos. Like, everybody is fighting everybody. When that happens, you are relatively safe from somebody attacking you. If you see a faction around you that's with negative relations, but with no enemy, then you should fear about them. If you can, drag them in war with somebody. Like, you can ask them. There might be a slight chance that they will accept. But if you see them just being neutral with nobody and negative between you, you should know that at some point they will attack you, and they will probably attack you at your weakest. After a really bloody battle where your strength rating is gonna drop to like half, because your army is gonna be like half strength. When your army is really far away, it's the AI. They can see all the time where your troops are, okay? Like, if there's an army here and I have my army up there, it knows that it's up there. It's the AI, it's not a human player. So yeah, be careful about guys that are not in war with anybody. And we need 7 more turns to get another surplus. It might have been better to just cancel this one and just go for the growth, because that would be 4 or 3 turns. Does that provide a little bit more growth? Alright, just by building this, I think we'll be good. Let's go in camp stance, and now we just wait for the rebellion. Let's go for that. Recruitment cost for skins, because we're gonna get a secondary army as soon as we upgrade these guys along the upkeep trait. As we level it up, we're gonna be able to fill the second army, and we're gonna make some good money by just crushing this guy over here. Whenever it is he attacks, don't try to sally out, okay? It's always best to fight inside. Alright, now that's tricky. Clan Morse is in peace with Mount Arachnos, but luckily we're not close to them. But if it was, you should start to worry. Alright, these guys still didn't attack. They're probably just trying to get plenty of siege towers, which is totally, completely fine. Alright, we shall go for public order or money. Public order is -8 and 6 is military crackdown. So if we build this one here, it's still gonna be -8, -7, with another building -3. It's gonna be difficult keeping this province under control because it's only 2 regions. Because here it's 3. You have like an extra city of +2 if you max it out. Over here you can't get that. You need to get this one like on level 5 to get +1 extra, which is not optimal. Is there anything else about public order? I think there is this one. Yeah, this one, but it's still not enough, and it costs quite a lot. But you're gonna need the King Priests anyways, and also the Untainted. You're gonna definitely need it. So I suggest over here to go not with money, public order, walls, and this one. You just gotta assess the situation. You see that over here the public order is gonna be a problem, even if you get it on level 3. And the only way to keep it as stable as possible is by going through this option. So we'll begin, actually screw that, let's upgrade that. How many turns for a rebellion? Okay, it's gonna happen another one here, and I'm pretty sure the Skaven are gonna attack in the south. Alright, Curse of the Midnight Wind is actually a really good spell, but right now I think I just need the Wind Blast. But what if we go against Vampire Counts? We might need something to fight them up on the walls, because they're tough sons of bitches. But then again, having the extra magical reserves... Alright, you know what? Let's grab the Midnight Wind, because it's gonna come in handy against the Vampire Counts when fighting up on the walls. And over here I could go with this one actually, because I'm getting the public order from here. So yeah, let's build this one. It increases income from all buildings in all regions by 5%. It's not much, but it's at least something. Alright, so we're like struggling with money at the moment, but hopefully that rebellion is gonna make the attack. Don't get me wrong, like, you could be pushing at the moment. Alright, if you feel like it, you can straight up push all the way to the Silver Host. This actually is in ruins, I just saw that. Whatever. Yeah, as I was saying, you can push, alright, it's not that big of a deal. But I have to just show a way over here that actually corresponds to everybody, like like everybody can do it, and this is actually the safest way. If it was me playing a campaign, I would just be on Lamia at this time, just besieging the city, just blitzing through fast enough and hoping that I would make enough money by sacking the cities in order to buy a second army to support it, even though I would probably be on the negative, and also crush the rebellions that would happen over here. So as I said, like there's multiple ways, and the more aggressive you are, it's always the better. But if you can't do that, well, that's what I'm here for. And these guys still didn't make an attack. Have we suffered attrition? Yeah, they're just waiting to get like freaking 10 ladders or something, 10 towers. Okay, why did it climb to 6? Oh, because of the raiding. It's alright, it's gonna drop. Now the skink, we'll just go with piercing shots, because that's what he is good at. What's the rebellion here? Alright, so only the first rebellion actually was a good one. And from here on it's just gonna be a city. So, do we allow it? Let's stay closer so we can see if they're gonna spawn anything. If they spawn a hero titan, we'll have to destroy them. Right now, just let them be. And no need to build this one. As I said, we need to stack up on money in order to go for this and the other. And yeah, like it's just taking these guys like a hell lot of time to attack. Mother fluffers. Alright, and they finally made the attack. And since there's no building, it's just gonna be something like that. Either it's gonna be less Night Runners and more Clan Rats, or more Night Runners, less Clan Rats, and so on, so on. And now we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna show you one of the usual mistakes being made when facing these kind of situations, which is the exact reverse of what I'm doing. Actually, the exact same thing that I'm doing when I am the attacker. Alright, so when we were besieging Rosetra, this is like a usual mistake that everybody does. When we were besieging Rosetra, taking into account that there was a, we're gonna act that there was a big good army inside, okay? What did we do? We said like half, at least one third of their forces was monstrous units, so that means they can't come up on the walls. And they had like 20 or even 30 units of infantry spread all over the city. So we took advantage of that, we overloaded one flank, and from there on they just kept funneling troops into us, which it was always like a 4v1 situation on 4v2 or with a hero and something like that. And when we took care of the infantry, then we proceeded slowly towards the monstrous units, which at that time, if the enemy loses like 35 of its 40 units that can currently have inside the city, they will just melt. Okay, the army losses penalty, and GG, you won't even have to kill them all. So what do we see here? Like we see like a really strong force, not so numerous, but it's really strong force. But if you look more closely, you're gonna see like half of the strength relies on monstrous units, which can't go up on the walls. So don't do the same mistake as the AI does when we are the attackers, alright? Their way of overloading flanks is actually building towers, because by building towers you get your units up there faster, you overcome your opponent faster. So don't try to fight up on the walls when half of your strength actually relies on monstrous units. Now I don't suggest, for example, let's say here is the rally point, to just go and blob up like around the rally point and wait for them and wait to grind them out. No. These strategies rely on being flexible and actually getting at least one flanking on the enemy. So you want to go a little bit wider. By wider I mean, instead of positioning here and here, you want to position something like this. And the reason I'm doing that is because as soon as they come up from come down from the walls, they're gonna attack like they're on rampage, the first unit that they're gonna see. So they will not come from here, they will just go straight for that. They will probably come from here, and possibly nothing is gonna come from this way. And from there on, you just need to hold the line over here, bring your cavalry from here or here, it depends, like it's not standard. They might go like really heavy on this part and ignore this one, or they might go from this one and ignore this one. So don't go into any choke point that it's not that good for flanking. Like if you go here, it's just gonna be GG, like you can't get a flanking attack because they will just surround you. So we're gonna put one unit over there. We're gonna put these guys here, because I'm suspecting the strongest of their force is gonna come from here. So our toughest units, which are the sources with swords or clubs or whatever you want to call them, are gonna be from here. We're gonna put the spears there. I don't expect from them to come from here, so we're just gonna leave that unit there, and no matter how the battle progresses, we're just gonna respond accordingly. Now most of their units are over here, so what you can do is just leave a couple of units up on the walls, infantry units that are really fast, like the skinks, spread them all over, just enough so the towers to shoot, and as soon as they come close, just get them down. Like don't leave them up here, get them out of skirmish, because they will F up. Actually remove that, because we will need every single shot. It always goes like that when you don't have plenty of troops, just to you know, keep wasting ammunition. We're gonna keep these guys back here, and as I said, they will respond wherever needed. These guys gonna go here, and the KROQ GARs will also wait here. We have the initial infantry to wait for them to class, and wherever we see them going, then we respond by sending in the rest of the troops. So we got this covered. One other thing is, don't leave the towers on fire at will. They will just shoot the enemy towers. You don't want that. You want to be shooting infantry. Even a little bit of damage is a little bit of damage, plain and simple. It's gonna come in handy. So try to ignore, try to change the towers from shooting actually the siege engines to shooting troops. Alright, so we wait over here. It should be alright. What is that? Holy Stella? Okay. It's not that great of a skill. We're gonna use it, like for example here, just reduce their accuracy for this time, and be at the ready to pull these guys back. As soon as we see ladders or towers engaging, we're the hell out of here, and this is right about now. So we got all the shots that we wanted. There's no need to do anything else. That's all the damage that we could have done before getting overwhelmed, and now we just get the F off from here. And I'm probably gonna need these guys for outflanking, because they're quite decently fast, they have plenty of ammunition. So for example, if like at least one unit comes from here and we need to clean it fast enough, the poison from these guys and the suppressing fire is gonna be a lot of helpful buffing up, supporting the Cold One Spear Riders. Alright, don't worry about this. This is actually what we want. We want them to be shooting at least bronze shields. Alright, first wave is coming from over here. Let these guys over there fight. Alright, the enemy general is coming here. So we can start by responding by just placing the troops close. We don't have to do anything fast at the moment. They will probably ignore this one, so we'll be lucky enough to get flanking. Alright, if you see this one coming, just try. Alright, they're gonna get a good hit. It's alright, it's alright. You can't avoid warp lightnings in sieges. Alright, let's open fire just to keep them poisoned, and always wait for the enemy general to engage. Even if he engages, wait even longer to get into the back line, because that's what he will always do. Like, the lords, either it's yours or it's the enemies, always tend to overextend. So don't be the guy that rushes in immediately, wait for the other ones. And now we can send in the KROQ GARs, because plenty of guys have gathered up here. Another warp lightning here, it's alright, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to buff up that line a little bit more. And we're probably gonna get a KROQ GAR there. So KROQ GARs, get over here, just beat the crap out of these guys. Keep going, what the hell are you doing? And just wait. Alright, let's hit these guys with this stuff. Alright, you two go and attack. And I'm gonna get another skink over here. Just fire at will. These guys run out of ammunition, so we can keep sending them in. And it's a lot more easier to kill the Lord that way, because as you can see, he came straight up to us. And yeah, wait for the enemy Lord to overextend. He will always do that. He will overextend. And as you can see, we're beating him back, which means we are the ones overextending into him right now. So if that happens, I suggest pull him back. He will again overextend by trying to beat down units, and you will get a really nice hit on him. Warp lightning. It's totally fine. The KROQ GARs are not engaging the way I want them to. I'm not trying to advance with this one, because not all of the troops have come yet. Patience is the key. We need all of them to blow up. And what about you? I might actually just need you here as well. Oh no, come from this place. Alright, some night runners are gonna come here. It's alright, we have shields. And wait for all of them to blow up. You're on fire at will. Why are you not shooting? If only I had something like... Okay, I think we're overextended. You see? So pull your general back, your lord, whatever. Keep the KROQ GARs back by cycle charging. Not cycle charge, you just don't want them to overextend. Remember, the monstrous units will always work better when they have infantry backing them out. And they always tend to overextend. So we're gonna move the sources back. Just leave the skinks to take that plant for now. We want to reform the line, and since we reformed the line at least with one unit, we move back the other. And alright, let's get here. We don't want to go really out in the open. We're getting hit hard over here. We want to reform a little bit if we can. So they are shooting us while our shields are looking forward. And alright, they're now coming from here. We go at them. Alright, get out of... Yeah, stay on this one. These guys have fear, so they will just destroy them immediately. These guys have gone into rampage. Now we send in the rest of the infantry, and we go for one more final blow into the general. Killing the general is gonna be amazing if it happens. We want it to happen. Alright, let's keep reforming ranks. Because of the warp lightnings, I cannot dirt a little bit. You should always be careful. Let's bring this guy back here. And let me see. The general is almost down. Let's drop that here. They're shooting quite a lot. Alright, come on. Kill that son of a bitch. Reform the line. Actually use this one on them. I don't want them rampaging. Also reform. Get the KROQ GARs here back. And the other ones are not doing that well. That's because the spears are not advancing from what I see. Let's get the skins over there. And how are we doing on this side? We're not doing that well. Just not crossing through fast enough. Do these guys have poison on melee? They don't. So right now they're not doing anything to help me out. Alright, let's make sure this guy is gonna get off. And as soon as he does, alright, so we're now in a really good situation. Look at that, this guy just crumbled almost immediately, and this guy too. So it kind of relies too on being able to just cross the enemy really fast enough. Alright, we're gonna get these two guys from here as well. Keep coming, champs, we're gonna need you. Actually, what I'm gonna do is put them up on the walls and shoot down here. Alright, since there is no warp lightning, we can blow up all that we want. So, alright, you fight here. They have run out of ammunition. What are they shooting? They're actually aiming for the skins. If they were aiming for the KROQ GARs, I would suggest to attack, like go and take them out. But right now, let them waste their ammunition over there. So we won't have to chase them, okay? Because it's gonna be a wild chase. If you wait them out for the ammunition, it's gonna be easier. Or if you're suffering a lot of damage, say for example that the battle didn't go so well for you, feel free to go charge in, because we have enough units to tie them down. Actually, let's do it. Let's send these guys from here and these guys from here. Alright, cool. Actually, I would suggest the KROQ GARs to go real quick and just cross these guys in the back, so we break them and have an extra unit. Alright, stand here. Don't overextend more. Okay, and let's get these guys to cross on this flank, and these two can come here. Come on, keep coming, you dimwits. Alright, these guys have broken just at the side of the KROQ GARs. We can bring these champs. These guys have run out. With the general, I'm pretty sure they will just buckle. We have another one of that. I will just get this guy out of ramparts. The other ones, they're doing alright actually. Being on ramparts actually helps a lot. Let's bring you here, KROQ GARs. You're faster than them. The same goes for the skins. So actually, let's bring you from here, cross that thing really quickly, and come from their back. So this is exactly why, if you go and fight down on the walls, on the city, not on the walls, you don't like commit yourself way too deep close to the rally point, because you just won't have enough maneuverability. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Alright, we're gonna send this guy up here and this guy up here. The reason I'm doing that is because if I just give the order immediately to go like that, they will start running from here and they will just end up fighting and never get up on the walls. Alright, so these guys are retreating. These guys are fighting for the moment. We're just gonna cross through them and get on the slingers. And alright. Remember, the Lord is quite important. You need to take him out first. The only thing you have to do is just be patient. He's gonna come for you. Like, they always tend to overextend. It's a valid strategy. Alright, so they have crumbled, which means we're gonna try to get as many kills as we can. So let's send guys up on the walls to man the towers. Alright, cool. As they, you know, try to run out. And just use the Colon Spear Riders. Although they're not that greatly fast, they're still decent. You can go from here, here, and I don't know, like, get whatever you can get. Alright, all of the towers are shooting. Oh, that one is not. But nobody is wavering from there. Oh, he might actually do so. Don't end the battle immediately, okay? The towers can get a couple of kills. The troops inside also can get more, which means it's just gonna be an easier battle for the next time, because they're gonna attack you a second one, but it's gonna be with the same force beaten up, no replenishment, no anything. Alright, and it's a garrison. You don't. It doesn't matter if it replenishes. Like you can go for the release captives, just get the extra money. Because if you defeated the first one, it doesn't matter. If you get like even 0 replenishment, you're still gonna be able to win the second one. And they're actually encamping. That is quite bizarre. I've never seen that. But I'm pretty sure they will attack next turn. Alright, what are they building? I'm just gonna make an attack to see what they have. I'm not gonna destroy them. Okay, it's no hero titans or anything like that, so we're good. Just let it build up. And 5 turns. Did we build anything that we wanted down here? Because I would prefer, yeah, to go for these ones. So the economy will start breathing on this one. 2 turns to get another one to level 3. Or depending on what you prefer, you might go for 4 over here. I would suggest 4. So you can get the Star Chamber. Getting Slan Mages is gonna be quite perfect. Because, where is it? The Skink Priests, they're great, okay, but they only provide scouting, which means you're gonna be wasting 1 extra slot for your magic. I would suggest just getting Slan Priests for your armies, so you have the magic on your lord, get a Soros Carvet for a hard-hitting hero, and the Skink Chief to do the rest. Because he provides leadership, replenishment, and the Soros Carvet actually provides training, which is really great. I put it on the same level as replenishment. Like it's like having a standard training every turn, just giving experience to your troops. It's just amazing. All right, and let's hope these guys will attack. Cause I'm really quite like, why the hell did these guys go into encounter stance? Are they gonna build up again? No, that cannot happen. There's no rebellion at the moment. The public order is positive. There's no malcontents living. These guys cannot replenish. Rebellions cannot replenish, I think. So they have to attack, right? Perhaps we're about to learn something new. Over here, witness something that hasn't happened to me before in all the thousands of hours that I have been playing Total War. Alright, they did make the attack, and so did these ones too. Alright, cool. At least we will get the garrison to fight with us. What is this? Wait and strike. Strike now. Okay, we're gonna go with strike now. I don't want any corruption, because it's just gonna cause public order problems. Alright, we can auto-resolve this one. Again, take the money. And this is the reason, like, you shouldn't finish the battle as soon as the... you don't end the battle as soon as you have won it. Because even just a couple of kills on the towers might actually be what is needed to destroy the whole unit. So you saw over here they remain with only 3 units, 5. So that was quite great. Okay, nothing else to upgrade up here. What? Oh yeah, we're under siege. I was like, why the hell can I not attack? And I guess we're gonna do this one manually. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, it should be like super easy. Sorry for that mute, but there was like a really loud bike just passing by. Freaking dimwits. And believe me when I say I was one of them. But I grew up, like, I don't wanna cause noise to guys that are working or sleeping or recording. Alright, so yeah, I suggest if the balance of power is like that, you do it manually. The thing is, I don't wanna do it because I wanna show you how to deal with the vampire counts on the next episode. So I wanna save up time. It's not gonna take much, like 10 minutes most likely. It shouldn't be that hard of a battle. They literally have nothing. Like these horses will just beat the craps. Actually, they have severance, but it's still like 20 to 26 towards 31 to 32. With the legendary buffs it might actually be the same. Yeah, but we have the better lord, we have a wind blast. And what is the map? If it's a bridge battle, no it's not. We love bridges. Every Total War player loves bridges, especially when we have wind blast. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna cut it over here and we're gonna continue next time. So I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. Feel free to subscribe if you're not, and hit that notification